Hey, what's up, Gemini Rising? How are you? It's been an intense 2 weeks, hasn't it? I'm Chloe Oracle. I am here to provide your energetic forecast. We are through the portal now, so we're gonna, anchor in and receive some divine celestial guidance for you. I am a consulting astrologer, tarot reader, and psychic medium, and I love to support people on their paths of integration. So let's take a look back at the last 2 weeks, what kind of, intuitive insight you may have been receiving, and how we can take some real practical, grounded action now that we're through the portal. So I don't recommend, doing rituals or setting big intentions, making big changes while we're still in the eclipse because, things can be a bit unpredictable, potentially going sideways. So it's really best just to, be with what is, feel your feelings, and then yeah, interact with whatever the universe presents you with. Like, yes, allow that to come through, interact with it organically, with integrity. But yeah, we always say not to make any major changes. So now that we're through the portal, let's take a look at the last 2 weeks energetically. Um, the tarot deck we're working with today is Zeke's Arcana. So this is a beautiful, independently published deck by Zeke's Lunchbox. And I'm going to pull a few cards for you now, Gemini Rising. Okay, amazing. So a lot of mental stuff, a lot of intellectual downloads, which totally makes sense because you are absolutely, one of the thinkers, one of the communicators of the zodiac, right? Being that you are an air sign, that is your element to learn and to inform. So, thinking about specifically with the last 2 weeks and invitations around new ways of doing things or new ways to find progress in your family, or friendship group, like immediate community. That's kind of what's coming through. So, obviously, Gemini is the sign of like community anyway. But yeah, for you in particular, it's like this like local and foreign, like international and domestic. So it seems like you were getting like a lot of ideas. Some of the readings I've been doing, the signs have been like, yeah, getting lots of like feelings and lots of like desire. But yeah, there has been a couple that are definitely more in the mental realm. But I mean, hey, that's what you're used to anyway, right? Like being such a curious sign. So let's see what else is coming through here. So ideas on, yeah, on new ways of being, when it comes to your friendships, your relationships, family unit. There's very much this like, yeah, distant and closeness coming through. So I wonder too, even if you've had ideas about like, yeah, reconnecting with a cousin who maybe lives on the other side of the country, like that sort of thing, and new ways of being. Yeah, being in relationship with them. Maybe you haven't talked to them in ages and you feel like it's time to, schedule a Zoom, schedule a FaceTime, do a coffee date with someone you haven't caught up with in a while. And it's like, yeah, new chapters with the relationships, new ways of being. And then, of course, we can't help but acknowledge that that could be, endings as well, new cycles, new chapters in relationships, or, just outright ending. It seems like there is someone that yeah, Spirit's telling me there's someone that I don't want to be like, you're invited into a difficult conversation, but like there was someone you were holding yourself back with, and that is not like you, Gemini rising. You need to speak your truth. You're here to inform. So it's almost like, yeah, you would put yourself in a box or like a mental prison. Like, I can't be honest with this person. I can't tell them how I really feel, how it is. But it seems like those maybe are barriers that you erected yourself or burdens you were placing on yourself that are ready to be released. So previously in this relationship, maybe it wasn't okay to talk about certain things, but we're talking about like new phases of the relationships, new chapters. So somewhere where you were, holding yourself back. It's so interesting because there's so much about communication coming through, but also about relationships, like communication in relationships. So, please feel free as always, just take what resonates, leave the rest, right? That's what we say. So I'm so happy to be able to provide you with some support on your path. All the ideas that come through around friendship, around family, around relationship, and yeah, how you want to be. Is this chapter ending? Is this chapter beginning? What is the next phase of this? How can I continue to inform? Because that's your role in the collective, is to inform. But sometimes the relationships, need to change. Like everything is in a cycle, right? So we don't want to be stagnant. We want to, yeah, we definitely want to keep it moving. And that's what's going to be serving you, yeah, over the next little while as you're integrating the wisdom from the Eclipse portal.